Hello and welcome to the Star Citizen News. It's the start of September and there's currently a ship sale on. Persistent Entity Streaming and Alpha 3.18 have had various dev updates. Alpha 3.17.2 had a new hotfix patch, a narrative team Q&A got pushed back to next week, and Jumptown is up and running. All of that and more in this week's episode. From the Star Citizen newsletter to start with, it's time for the live showdown of the Ship Showdown. The top 16 ships selected by you will now clash in daily head-to-head battles, all with the goal of crowning the ultimate aerospace champion. Those 16 ships will also be available to pillage throughout the tournament, and the Elite 8 will be available to free fly from September 8th through September 15th. So free fly event, that's free to play event, that will be available to everyone, even if you've got an account, even if you've got ships already, you'll be able to get those 8 ships to try out. But if you're entirely new or you've got an account but no game package, bam, you'll also be able to try out those 8 ships and play Star Citizen. So in the first couple of days of the Ship Showdown, we saw the Redeemer beat the Gladius, and the Scorpius has beaten the Vanguard Warden. So those two ships will actually go up against each other now, the Redeemer and the Scorpius, in around next week. But currently we've got the 600i Explorer versus the Terrapin, and it's pretty close between them at the moment, though the 600i appears to have the upper hand. Those top 16 ships, those 16 ships in the Ship Showdown, are available on the pledge store now, and all those ships have 2 years insurance while being on sale during the Ship Showdown. That is the Redeemer, the Gladius, the Scorpius, the Vanguard Warden, the 600i Explorer, the Terrapin, the Carrack, the 400i, the Cutlass Black, the Mercury Star Runner, the Freelancer Max, the Raft, the Avenger Titan, the Eclipse, the C8X Pisces, and the Mule. The sneak peek from the newsletter this week was of an unreleased ship part of it, probably the Corsair or the Argo SRV that we know the Cloud Imperium are working on. What do you think? Inside Star Citizen was a special on the Persistent Entity Streaming tech and what we're getting for 3.18 and where they are with it, where it's going. It's an incredibly important milestone towards server meshing, and players will see locational data saved for most items in-game when 3.18 goes live, but also the continued state of servers between sessions, and we don't know what that's going to mean over a long period of time. Check out my focused video on that, linked down below, to learn more on Persistent Entity Streaming, and Cloud Imperium are going to be doing some follow-ups on Persistent Entity Streaming in a forum thread Xylo posted. We've been monitoring the discussions around PES closely and have gathered up some of the frequent topics and are chasing them down with the team. We hope to have more information soon. Cloud Imperium will also be covering more of the 3.18 feature set in the coming weeks, with hull stripping salvage, the cargo refactor, the 600i and Mercury Star Runner crash sites, as well as a look at their new motion capture studio soon. And we might see some form of special guest planned. I'm assuming that they're going to potentially have Andy Serkis turn up. I might be wrong, but that's my expectation, seeing I know that he's relatively close to them and makes sense if they're talking about motion capture. Star Citizen Live was cancelled as Jared was entirely hoarse and has lost his voice. So he'll be around next week. So on September 9th, we're going to have that narrative team on Star Citizen Live answering the community's questions. The dedicated thread for questions is still up, and you can ask more questions if you want, or upvote to other people's. Some of the top questions currently are: is the Aaron Halo having the Crusader Gate still? What can you tell us about Earth and the Sol system? What differentiates frigates and battleships in the UE Navy? What other fauna can be found around the Stanton system other than space whales and yetis? Since the Tavaran have been assimilated by humans for centuries, why is there no evidence of their existence in the Stanton system? Environmental storytelling, the kind that Skyrim does very well. Are we going to see that with Star Citizen? Are they going to do awesome things like that? And hopefully they will, because I think that if CIG are even able to bring a small percentage of what Bethesda can do with environmental storytelling, that would be amazing in the Persistent universe. Obviously, it's a bit more awkward in a Persistent universe because there's a lot of missions that are going to be partially procedurally generated or procedurally assisted or spawned based on parameters and modular. So environmental storytelling within them's going to be a bit more awkward, but we'll see what Star Citizen can do. It can certainly be very detailed. Alpha 3.17.2 saw a live patch and hotfix released addressing a load of issues that had been accumulated and fixed from the PTU round of testing, including some fixes for elevators and NPC spawns and accessibility to missions, putting the game in a much better place. Now, some of these issues that players are having have been fixed, but there are still reports of elevators breaking and NPCs not spawning, sometimes at bunkers and things. For me, I've not really had an issue in the latest patch, although I haven't done everything. I've only had a quick cursory look. Someone was complaining to me about a issue with not being able to get to or leave the Grim Hex Hospital. I'm interested to know your experiences with the latest 3.17.2 patch. Jumpdown is currently running on the live servers as well until Monday at 10 PM UTC, so get involved with that. I know there's been some annoyance and salt about Jumpdown recently, especially with A2s just being able to annihilate the area. But we'll have to wait and see players' experiences there. Alpha 3.18 had a roadmap update, but it was only a little minor one. Just had the Grey Cat buggy races added to it, implementing a racetrack in the Horizon Vision Center on Crusader in the same location as the most recent Invictus launch week, designed for the Grey Cat buggy PTV. I think everyone wants to see the silly old buggy races, or at least a lot of people do. Cloud Imperium are having discussions next week, and then are going to decide the timeline for 3.18 and its testing. Roughly, they want the end of September to be targeted for the Ivocati testing of persistent entity streaming in 3.18, but we're going to have to wait and see. We should have some CitizenCon and 3.18 updates coming out in the next few days, so next week. That has me somewhat hyped. Hopefully they'll start talking about CitizenCon in a bit more detail. When is it going to be exactly? What's going to be happening for it? The Galactopedia saw its monthly update last week. It has updated articles on the Cabal, Keel, and Nemo systems. So if you're interested in planets and star systems, they're going to be coming to Star Citizen at some point. Check that out. Various planets and a moon that looks like a whale was mentioned, and they've even updated the article on some ships like the mighty Gladius light military fighter. The Battle of the Bricks continues. In July, the Star Citizen EVE communities got together to help raise funds for Extra Life on the Battle of the Bricks stream that raised over $20,000 by building some spaceships out of Lego and doing silly challenges. But that's not the end of it. Cloud Imperium said, "The fun isn't over yet, and more can be done. Consider this your official invitation to join the team and help champion the cause for the kids. Who knows, if we garner enough interest, maybe we'll make Jared eat the wolffish again. Join the Battle of the Bricks team and help raise money for children in need throughout the year. You can help via Tiltify and make your own fundraiser there, and then have it support the Battle of the Bricks campaign. I suspect there will be more call to actions about that later in the year. I'm raising some awareness about the Tobii Eye Tracker 5, which can be used natively in Star Citizen for awesome eye tracking precision. Oh, it's very good. And various other games do. It can be used in. If you're interested in grabbing one, use the links below and use the code BoredGamer to get a discount. Boom, that's it for today's updates. But what did you think? Will we see Alpha 3.18 to Ivocati by the end of the month? Will we start to see some interesting CitizenCon information next week? I actually think we're supposed to be getting the Siege of Horizon running again in mid-September as well, but we'll have to wait and see. Do you think that's going to be running then? Do you think it's going to be a bit delayed? What are your experiences of the latest 3.17.2 updates? Are you playing in Jumptown this weekend? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I'm Nord Catch'em, and it's my mission to become a Nord Master. Oh no, it's Team Hacksaw! Hacksaw uses trackers and blocks your ability to go on websites like Netflix and watch the content that you want to on Netflix? ? Go Nordichu! Nordichu uses nordvpn.com/boredgamer. It is super effective. He beats Team Hacksaws and he becomes a NordVPN master, a Nordimon master. Fortunately, with NordVPN, you don't need to catch them all. You just need to get a subscription from nordvpn.com/boredgamer. Links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for September, we're giving away 3 ships, 1 each, to 3 different lucky winners. The Origin 100I, the 125A, and the 135C. Any of these solid starter ships will allow you just to jump into Star Citizen and play right away. All you need to do is comment on any of my videos made during the month to be in for a chance of winning one of those. More details in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to further support the channel, consider using the join button under my videos or becoming a Patreon. Either way, you'll get access to some exclusive content and have more of a voice in shaping the channel. A huge thank you to anyone that already does that. You are amazing. I love you. Zin also is contractually obliged to love you. There is a link for donations and all that jazz in the description below as well if that is your preferred medium. It is super appreciated, genuinely. Once again, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.